Hi there, Internet and you beautiful creatures of the beyond. Welcome back to Gothic 2. The Gold Edition. Night of the Raven. Okay, so, where do we start? I think we start by speaking to this guy. So I thought a bit of how we're going to evolve through this game. And there are maps and stuff, so you can go and collect all the plants that you need to make the best potions out there. But I think I'm not gonna try to min max it because it kind of spoils the game. So based on what we encounter in our road, we're just gonna pick it up and we'll see. Keep in mind that in order for some plants to appear, you have to talk to some people. So they kind of scripted it. So you don't go ahead and do everything just out of the blue. So you have to follow some steps, not all the time, but in just certain situations you have to do that. And that is mainly for the beginning of the game. But of course, there are many ways to play this game. So I have decided we go with the Paladin because it has some magic, and that's about it. We're not gonna do anything other crazy stuff. Mercenaries, there are some benefits of joining the mercenaries, such as you becoming a hunter, a dedicated hunter, which is super cool. But and you get like a crazy good armor. But the paladin looks, I don't know, nicer. Mm, so so so. Another thing to take into account, if I didn't say it last time, you can go to the shrine once a day and pray there, and you get one of the random stats. Oh, and another important thing, if you eat, I think 25 apples, you get one strength. So I think in the game you can find around 50 apples or more, so you can get 2 strength out of eating apples. That's just a tiny thing that the game doesn't tell you. Let's see
Hey,
what this guy
stranger.
has to say.
I saw how you came out of the mountains. You can be glad you didn't come by here 3 weeks ago.
Hmm,
We would have taken you for an escaped convict. And we made short work of those. You look completely done in. What do you want here?
I don't know.
I was attacked by bandits in the mountains.
Those filthy rabble. They were probably the same bastards who took one of our sheep last night. You had terrific luck. Most people don't get away alive.
Those bandits won't trouble you anymore.
Why? Are they dead?
They picked a fight with the wrong guy.
Thank Innos. Here, it isn't much, but I want you to have it. I'll tell the others about this.
Wine.
I'm on my way to town.
The way you look, you'll have to bribe the guards to get in. And you have to know what they want to hear.
And that would be...
Well, for example, that you're from Lobart's farm and want to go to the smith in the city. But that won't do you any good. You don't look like a farmer.
I see.
So that's another way to get into the city.
I need better equipment.
I can imagine. But I tell you right now, we don't have anything to give away. If you can pay for what you want, Lobart will sell you something. Otherwise, go to him and ask him if he has work for you.
Where can I find Lobart?
Well, on the farm, of course. The farm belongs to him. And don't try messing with him. He's thrashed a lot of tramps and thrown them off his farm. There's another of those scummy beasts.
Which scummy beast? Oh, a wolfie. Hey! Ah, you
One
took
less
my XP.
monster around.
Time.
There's another of those scummy beasts.
Well, let me help you get rid of this at least. Try not to hit him though. Oh, damn it! I'm so far away from them. Oh, come on. Okay,
One
okay.
less monster around.
Nothing to be had there.
Okay, so I'm gonna collect all of this stuff here because I know that This is one of the quests. Have to collect the turnips. And I'll just give it in to him because I don't want to waste our time with turnip picking. Also, if you go behind his house, you find some plants you can collect and some scrolls, and I have already picked them. But you know, at the beginning it's nothing too crazy. So I love how calming the music is. Okay, one more turnip. Whoop. Hello, Lubert.
Why are you hanging around on my land? Whose side are you on?
Ha.
The rebelling farmers or the king?
Let's say I don't understand.
I don't understand.
What? Don't mess with me, boy. I want to know where you stand. So who are you for?
I'm for the peasants.
Ha! That damned warmonger Onar will drag us all into the grave. What do you think? How long will the paladins just stand by? After what Onar has done, the whole city is in an uproar.
What's going on here anyway?
Don't you know what's going on? Boy, where are you from? We're on the edge of a civil war. Up till now, all the farmers looked at the tribute to the city as fair taxation. But since the paladins have come to Corinthus, the city guards visit us more and more often. And little by little, they're taking everything. If it goes on like this, soon we won't have anything left for ourselves. Some farmers are starting to rebel. Onar was the first of them.
Tell me more about this Onar.
Onar is the biggest farmer here in the area. He is broken with the city. They say he's hired mercenaries to keep the city guard off his back. Can't blame him. In any case, no royal soldier dares to set foot on his farm anymore.
Who are those mercenaries that Onar hired?
I don't know much about the guys. Supposedly, a lot of them are former prisoners from the mining colony. Everybody knows what you can expect from them.
What about you? Whose side are you on? Peasants or king?
I'm too close to the city to really have a choice. But I'm glad about that. I wouldn't know how to decide. The king is bleeding us dry, and Onar sets his mercenaries on anyone who won't join him. That's why most of the other farmers are still undecided, but sooner or later they'll have to choose one side or the other.
That's true.
I need some sensible clothes.
I can give you clean farmer's work clothes. Can you pay for them then? Well, you could work off a part of the price, if you're someone who is looking for work.
Yeah, we can do that. We get experience.
I'm looking for work.
I can't use another farmhand, but I could offer some work to a day laborer. Well, what I mean is, you can lend a hand in the field, and there are certainly a few other things to do around here. I could pay you with gold, or give you a few decent things to wear. The things are worth a fair bit. I can't give them to you for nothing, but I can sell them to you cheap if you work for me.
Yep.
By the looks of you, I should say, take the clothes. Anyway, the small turnip field next to the barn needs to be harvested.
All right.
Then hurry it up a bit before I change my mind.
Here are your turnips.
Hey, you're not all that worthless after all. Take them to my wife in the house. Tell her to cook them.
What about my pay?
I can give you 5 gold pieces. Or sell you the clothes cheaper. Well, what's it to be?
Make me a better price for the togs.
Good. I'll give them to you for 10 gold pieces less.
Have you got anything else for me to do?
I don't. But you can ask my wife or the boys in the fields. Maybe they need some help.
Okay. So, we should sleep. But before we sleep, would you look at this? A satchel of gold. If you go here, there's another one. Really nicely set up. I think there is one more somewhere up there, but I'm not gonna bother looking for it. Okay, we're feeling better. So let's go talk to the boys first. No, not the farmer. Where is the boy? I think it's this guy. Vino, and there was another one. Where is the other one? Oh. Okay, you should help him. Or never mind. Vino and the farmer. Okay, let's see what Vino has to say.
And how goes the work?
Same as always. Lot to do, not enough money, and with a bit of bad luck, the orcs will come tomorrow and burn down our farm. The king's paladins have occupied the whole city, but I can hardly believe they'll move their butts out here when the orcs attack us.
I'm headed for town.
And?
Is there anything interesting you can tell me about the city?
Nope. Maleth goes to the city from time to time. Maybe he knows something. I mean, something that would interest you.
Is there any interesting news?
I could have sworn I saw an orc over there on the edge of the woods 2 days ago. Since then, I've kept at least one eye open at night.
Can I help you? I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about working in the fields?
What is there to know?
In that case, I think we're fine here. Thank you.
Nah.
If you want to work for Lobart as a day laborer, I can only warn you, he pays people like you really miserable.
He offered to sell me some clean clothes cheap if I helped out on the farm.
Well, I don't have anything for you to do, but you can bring me and the boys something to drink. Fetch me a bottle of wine, and I'll tell Lobart you were a real help to us.
Here's your wine.
I'd better not ask where you got it from, huh? Who cares? Thanks anyway. Lobart will only hear the best about you.
Oh, thank you.
Is there any...
Besides what I already told you? No.
Okay. Okay. Farmer. I thought there was another guy. Was I mistaken? Oh. Let me try to ask the farmers.
Since the barrier around the penal colony disappeared, we've had constant trouble with the bandits.
Hey!
We have to pay our contribution to the city. If we don't, we'll end up having trouble with the paladins.
Well, I don't see anyone else. Oh. This one is really good, pick it up. Which makes me wonder, did I go back here and collected all of the items? So there's a bunch of plants over here behind his house. And in this corner, somewhere, I think here or over here, no, somewhere here, I think, there is a pickaxe. There's nobody else. Sheep. Now, this will come in handy later on. There's some stuff. You can find a tablet over there. I already picked it up. Or let's just make sure. You can find some plants, but later on you'll find the king sorrel over here. You will need to do that as a quest. So, but it will appear once you talk to somebody. And over there you'll find a tablet. And I think a goblin berry, something, I don't know. Healing root. Nice. These guys are annoying, so we'll leave them be. So keep in mind that there are some buttons on these things. You'll have to click them later. But we'll get to that later. Okay, let's just go talk to the wife. I think there was only Vino. We can also go here and steal the clothes if we want to. But let's undo that.
Hey! I've got a few turnips here for you.
Great. That should be enough to fatten those guys up.
Mm.
Since you're here anyway, I saw a traveling trader pass by here a few minutes ago. I think he stopped on his way to town. Go to him and see whether he's got a decent frying pan for me.
Give me the gold, and I'll go see the merchant for you.
Are you saying I can trust you? Just don't spend the money on booze, do you hear?
Yep.
Can you give me something to eat?
Here, take this. You're a good lad.
You can get a stew every day here. And it's crazy how much stew is in this game. He really loves his stew. Oh, did we leave this like that? This, oh, it's not interactable? That's crazy. I thought it was interactable. Well, I don't see a way to click on it. Anyway. Let's see if this guy has any more work for us. Oh, and don't start doing those until you... Here's an interesting tip. So, if you see we have strength 15, okay? When we get to strength 25, go 1 by 1 point till you reach 29. So, because it will cost you like 1 point, 1 LP, 1 strength. When you reach 29, take 5 points of strength, and that will send you to 34. If you're going to go to 30, then it's gonna double. But if you're going to 30, you're going to use 2 LP from then on. But if you're inserting 5 points from 29 to 34, you're only using 1 point. I know it sounds a bit complicated, but you will see it makes sense, and we use less LP that way. And that extra LP can come in handy later on. So we can use it for other stuff. And I mean, you can use... you save quite a bit of LP if you're careful. And the same happens on... Because the next threshold is on 60. And after 60, you use 3 LP. So when you're at 59, you input 5 points and you go to 64. So you only use 2 LP instead of 3 LP. Whatever. You will get it. You have anything else for me? No? Okay. So try not to use the buffs and stuff like that, the permanent potions, until you consume most of the important stuff. Oh, a pick. That's nice. And then you have a scroll over here. And let's talk to this guy. So she gave me... Oh, Blue Elder. She gave me 20 pieces of gold.
Who do we have here? You're on your way to the city. Am I not right?
Maybe.
You look like a fugitive. All fugitives are headed for the city. You could even be a former convict for the mining colony. I don't care where you come from, but I believe I have an interesting offer for you.
I'm not gonna take this offer, because I know he's a bastard.
What do you have to offer?
The way you look, the guards will never let you into the city. I can help you get into the city. I have here a small piece of paper with the royal seal and the governor's signature. A pass. With this scrap of paper in your pocket, you can run about as raggedly as you please, and the guards will leave you alone. Interested?
No. Because he's gonna want a favor for it.
There must be a catch to this.
No, no catch. You will merely owe me a favor.
Uh-huh.
How will you get into town?
The guards know me. I will simply tell them that I have lost my pass.
What do you want for your pass?
I knew you were the right man. Listen, you will get the pass from me now.
Just like that?
Just so. But if I meet you in the city, you owe me a favor. Do we have a deal?
No.
No, keep your paper.
I seem to have misjudged you, huh? Well, do you want something else? Can I interest you in my wares?
Let's see.
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
So we could get a longsword, but that's very expensive, although we do have cash. Pirate's Cutlass. Although, keep in mind that some weapons do require dexterity instead of strength. But this one requires 60 strength. Halberd requires 55. We can't use most of these things. Fine sword. This is a really cool one. 750. We could afford it, but no. So we want to buy one of this. And spiritual power. Magic protection. Nah. But you might want this lab water thingy. And wine is expensive at the moment, don't get it. And the turnips we do not need. Spiked, meh. Okay, I think that should do it.
I've gotta go.
Suit yourself.
So, why do I do these missions aside from the XP? Well, we'll have an interesting meeting down there, which will require something of us. So I think we could go like this. Because we can go in the city by bribing them or by giving them showing them the bundle of healing plants, or by taking the paper from that guy, but I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, you! Here's your frying pan.
Fine. Let's see then whether it's any good.
Can you give me...
You've had your portion for today. Come back later.
Yeah, tomorrow. Okay, so I think this should be enough. Let's see. But I'm sure there was one more guy. I don't know why.
How much for the work clothes?
Well, we'll see. You've worked the field for me. You helped my wife. Vino says you were real help to him. And that's saying something. He doesn't usually hold with day laborers. Maleth said you chased the bandits off. The bastards have caused us a lot of trouble. Thanks to you, we're rid of them. 30 gold pieces.
Yeah.
It's not gonna get any cheaper.
Yeah.
Give me the work clothes then.
There's a chest in my house where you'll find clean things. But don't even think about taking anything else without asking.
Have you got anything else?
I don't. But you can ask my wife or the boys in the field.
Yep. So we can also take the clothes and just go in the town ourselves. Now he says, like, don't take anything else, but you can take everything. Take the apples. Take the apples. Apples are epic, you know? Gold and the clothes. Clothes offer you minimum protection, but That's not why we are taking the clothes. There is actually another way to enter the city, but it's a bit hacky. You can go and attract a creature to chase you, and when the guard will see the creature, it will chase the creature and it will leave the door unguarded, well, the entrance unguarded, and so you can enter without any problem. Now, my advice, don't go to the left here. There's a lot of powerful monsters that will munch you. So, let's see, one at a time, one at a time. Come on. Okay.
Nothing to be had there.
Okay, good. We are good. Now, this guy is very important for us. Later on, we shall see why. Greg.
Hey, you, come here.
What is it?
On your way to the city, and really busy, too. Listen, you look like a smart guy to me. I bet you'll go far in life. Certainly nobody's fool. I could see that right away. Say, you'd probably like to earn a few gold coins, wouldn't you?
Why not?
You'll have to forgive an ignorant old seaman. I'm a stranger in these parts, and I don't really know all the rules. So I had to find out the hard way that traveling strangers aren't welcome in the harbor city. Now I'm standing here with no idea how I'm supposed to get into the city. I have some extremely important business to conduct, and my client won't tolerate a delay, you see. You'll help me find a way to get past the city guard, won't you?
As I said, the guys at Piranha Bytes have something with pirates, a theme with pirates. That's why they have developed the Reason game, which is pirate dedicated. So they kind of live in the same world, blah blah blah.
About the city guards.
Yes, got an idea?
Yep. You can tell him about the other ones, but he wants the clothes. Or the paper, depends.
They should let you pass if you're wearing these farmers' clothes.
That's just what I need. Man, I knew I could count on you. Nobody will bother me disguised as a local yokel.
Yokel.
Excellent. You did really well. Here's your promised reward.
What? 50 measly gold coins? You can't be serious.
Gold isn't everything, my friend.
Yep.
Take them for now. I have the feeling that we'll be seeing one another soon. And who knows, maybe I'll return the favor. Look after yourself.
Yes, he will return that favor. So, our way in is to just show them the plans. And you can also just distract them and get in, but then keep in mind that they will activate next time if you go through the gates. Although I think you can go through the other gates for free. There's 2 entrances. Maybe we should try to attack this creature over here. Get some XP. Oh! Damn, they hit like crazy. Okay. We're just gonna go in. Now there is one more thing to take into account, but we're gonna do that maybe later. You can find like some items and stuff through this ditch, but keep in mind there are some creatures, so don't go with a low health. Was there something underneath it? Oh,
What is it?
You aren't getting in here, my boy.
Why not?
Looking the way you do, you're sure to cause nothing but trouble here, boy. We got enough rabble in the city. We have no use for people without money.
let's see. We can give him 100 pieces.
I'm bringing some herbs for Constantino, the
Yay.
alchemist.
Really? Then you won't mind showing me what you brought. Looks good. All right, in you go. But don't cause any trouble. Understood?
Understood. Gold. So that 500 gold at the beginning is quite nice. Now we'll have to learn about the rules of the
Halt, stranger.
city.
I am Lothar, paladin of the king and humble servant of Innos, your lord. Our commander, Lord Hagen, has entrusted me with the task of explaining to all newcomers the new laws which apply to all inhabitants of the city.
Since people have started simply vanishing all over this town, everyone needs to watch out that they don't suffer the same fate.
The townspeople are simply disappearing?
Yes, it seems to be more every day. It's most annoying that the militia have still not been able to discover what's behind these strange occurrences. Small wonder that the town's inhabitants are very wary of strangers right now. So don't provoke them when you're in town, understood?
They used a different voice actor there, but this is related to the DLC.
All right. Explain the rules of the city to me.
First, the Honorable Paladin Lord Hagen resides in the upper quarters, along with his troops. That is why access to the upper quarter is allowed only to honorable citizens. Second, the town hall in the upper quarter is now the command post of the paladins. Only the paladins themselves and members of the militia have access to it. And third, whoever is accused of a crime must exonerate himself with the commander of the militia. Any questions?
I have an important message for the leader of the paladins.
The Honorable Lord Hagen is not receiving anyone. Lord Andre, the commander of the city guard, is responsible for all issues pertaining to the common folk.
How do I become a citizen of the town?
Only those with regular jobs will be considered citizens of the town. But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're a citizen of the town. As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more. Only as a member of the militia will you have access to the town hall.
Where can I find work?
You'll have to apply as an apprentice to one of the masters here in the lower part of the city. As soon as a master accepts you, you are a citizen of the town. However, the other masters must agree to it. That's the custom here in Corinus. If you were thinking about looking for work in the Harbor District, forget it. The scum of the city live there. Don't even go there. You would regret it.
How do I get accepted into the militia?
By express command of Lord Hagen, only citizens of the town will be admitted into the militia.
I see.
If you want to know more, speak to Lord Andre in the barracks.
Where can I spend the night here?
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the hotel directly across from the barracks. The paladins pay for the lodging of all travelers who come to the city. The traveling traders from the marketplace are also lodged there.
So we can sleep for free.
Where can I find the commander of the city guard?
Lord Andre can be found in the barracks at the other end of the city.
What do I have to do to get armor like yours?
What? You aren't even a member of the militia. You're not even a citizen. How can you even think of being allowed to wear the armor of a paladin? Only a few militia soldiers, those who have performed extraordinary deeds, have been granted that honor so far. If you want to be a paladin, you have a long road ahead of you, my boy.
Still everybody calls me boy.
How do I get to the upper quarter?
Say, are you listening to me at all? You're not a citizen of this town. You can save yourself the trip. The guards won't let you in.
Yeah.
The entire area behind the inner gate is off limits to you.
I have come to get the Eye of Innos.
The Sacred Eye of Innos. How do you know about that?
You pick that up then.
You're not a member of the Order.
A magician told me about it.
I don't know what his motives were when he entrusted one of the secrets of our Order to you. But he certainly didn't mean for you to get your fingers on it.
But
I don't want to hear any more about it.
Mm-hmm.
listen, the city is threatened by dragons.
That can't be true. Another lunatic. We have enough unrest in the city as it is. And without some dimwit scaring people with fairy tales about dragons, I immediately locked up the last person who was here telling dragon tales and sent him to the Valley of Mines with the prison transport. So mind your tongue. We can't use anyone here who spreads panic among the people.
Somebody already reported the dragons here?
Yes. The fellow's name was Diego. I think so, in any case. I warned him just like you. But the lunatic just wouldn't stop getting on my nerves.
Aha.
I've got to go.
If I hear one more time that you are telling people here about dragons, you will be in big trouble. Do I make myself clear?
Crystal clear. Perfect. So now we have an idea. The thing is, we don't have a map, so I cannot show you. But this town is the hub of the game. Most of what we have to do is related to this town. So we constantly have to come to the town after everything. When we join a faction such as the magicians or the mercenaries, we will spend more time in those camps. But the beginning of the game usually surrounds this place. And even when you join those camps, you still have to come here because you have to get in the message to the High Paladin there about the dragons and so on. Now, there's a lot to do in this city, and whew, it's a big city. Well, not super big, but it's quite packed. And we have a long journey ahead. So, citizen. Unlike Gothic 1, pickpocketing here is more generous and more worthy. You can still do kind of the same things while you did on Gothic 1, but like beat up people and get their stuff, but here they react more to when you attack somebody. So yeah, you won't be able to do much. Okay, let's see what Rupert has to say.
Hello, stranger. You must be hungry and thirsty. Perhaps I can interest you in my wares.
Enough trouble as it is.
What can you offer me?
What do you have to offer?
At the moment, I don't have much choice. The damned landowner doesn't deliver anymore. And what we get from the small farms isn't enough to meet the demands of the city.
Show me where.
Show me your wares.
Get the apples. Get the apples. All apples must be had. Like you can eat like 24 apples and leave one to get that extra, but you know, just get them in your inventory for now.
I'm no better off myself.
Tell me more about the peasants' revolt.
It's quite simple. Onar, the fat landowner, won't pay any more taxes to the city. Imagine, we're at war with the orcs, and that fat slob wants everything for himself. Normally, the city guard would take firm measures in such cases, but now comes the best part. They say Onar has hired mercenaries to keep the troops from the city off his back. Mercenaries! The whole thing will end in a damn war, as if one war weren't enough.
Anything for me.
I'm not touching that. What do you know about Onar's mercenaries?
I heard that most of them are former convicts from the mining colony, and their leader's supposed to have been a big shot with the king, a general or something, whom they put away as a traitor. These are terrible times.
He's talking about Lee.
I'm no better off myself.
I need some money, and I'm looking for work.
I've heard that Bosper has trouble with his suppliers. His shop is right over there. They say he pays pretty well.
Yeah, that's true.
I was actually on my way to see the paladins.
There's little chance of that. Since the paladins made themselves at home in the upper end of town, Hardly anyone gets in there anymore.
He doesn't see that. I can't help him.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
Me? Nah. I don't have much say here myself. There are a few people in the lower city who have enough influence to get you past the guards. Mateo, my boss, is one of them. Maybe you should talk to him.
Maybe.
Where can I find Mateo?
You're standing right outside his shop. Just go on in. He's practically always there.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
What about the other influential citizens?
The merchants and master craftsmen here on the main street are the most important figures in the city. You should try to get accepted by one of them as an apprentice like me. Since I started working for Mateo, the people in the city treat me with respect.
Now, the nights here are a bit more generous. They're not so dark, but they still can get pretty dark. We'll talk to Regis in a moment. Now, there are some things you can do. Like, for example, over here, there is a guard who won't let us pass. But if we're sneaky, we can get in. But we'll need to learn some skills to jump around. And I think we can also jump on this. Yep. Ah, so you could technically... Ah, you can't. Ah. It depends if you can jump on this rooftop. Let's see. No! Whoops. Whoops. Nah. Oh, I can't jump. Let me try again. Ah. Well, we'll get better acrobatics later on and we'll jump on the house. And that's not usually the way. Let's see if we can sleep here until the morning. So we can see better. Plenty of stuff to steal. Bookstand, hunt and prey. Bloodflies, 2 special skills. Ah, okay, we read this one. That's why we don't get any experience. We need lockpicks in order to open. I mean, we have some lockpicks, but we need to learn better pick locking. Yeah, this is a skill now. Oh, sorry. Mateo isn't here.
What can I do for you?
What do you know about paladins?
Since these bastards have come to the city, I've had nothing but trouble. The last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and asked me what was my business there.
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing pigs with wooden swords. And yesterday, the bastards came and confiscated half of my goods.
The paladin seized your goods.
Everything I had stored in the backyard. They simply posted a guard in front of the entrance to the yard. If I'm lucky, they won't take everything. At least they might leave the armor here.
That's a nice piece of information.
What are you selling?
I can offer you everything you need to survive in the wild. Weapons, torches, provisions, even armor. I still have a special piece in stock. Double hardened armor of snapper leather. Still unused. Interested?
Let's see your wares.
Show me your wares.
Well, nothing of importance. Maybe these arrows, but we'll probably go with bolts instead of arrows. Because arrows require dexterity. So I think we need 37 dexterity, and if we apply all the bonuses we can get to 90 or something like that without investing any more into it. But that's a different thing. So you should not become a jack of all trades because you're gonna become pretty weak, but if you kind of plan ahead, as I said, the way leveling up works here is different. But if you try to focus on one particular skill, and for example, don't put any points into mana, but you can get mana points through other means and through other stuff that you find in the world. So, and for example, if we're gonna make permanent potions, we're gonna make it only for strength. So we're gonna focus on getting all the king sorrels we can find in our way, and we need dragon roots to combine them, and then we can then just focus on making strength potions. But you can find plants that give you 1 point in permanent in the other skills, so you can eat those, and you will not focus on using king sorrel for that. Whatever, that's just by the way.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well. Have you tried getting past the guards?
I don't see why I should even try.
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, and it's none of my business. But even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor, they'd send you away.
No.
Because they have their orders.
So can you help me get into the upper quarter?
It seems to be really important to you. The question is, how important is it to you?
What are you getting at?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most influential people here.
Really?
But it'll cost you.
What?
How exactly can you help me?
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master craftsmen here takes you on as an apprentice. As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city and can enter the upper quarter. Besides which, you'll earn something while you're at it.
What are you asking for your help?
100 gold pieces.
Let's check the other revenues.
That's a whole damn lot.
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
Ah.
But in principle, it's my gold. Gritta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means she has the money. I'd like to beat it out of her. But Master Thorben, the carpenter, is also a very influential man. Get me the money and I'll help you.
Interesting.
Where can I find this Gritta?
Like I said, she's the carpenter's niece. His house is down the street, the last house on the right before the smithy.
Where could I sign on as an apprentice then?
Basically, with any master here on the main street. That would be Harrod the smith, Bospa the bowmaker, Thorben the carpenter, or Constantino the alchemist. One of them is bound to take you on. But it's important that the other masters agree. That's always been the custom here in Corinus.
How do I get the approval of the other masters?
You just have to convince them. Go and talk to them. But if more than one of them is against you, you don't stand a chance. So behave yourself.
Yeah.
Why don't you take me on as an apprentice?
I would, but the other masters wouldn't agree. I just recently took on another apprentice.
The one in the front.
Is there another way to get into the upper quarter?
Perhaps. If I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Yeah, there are other ways. 250 gold. Just don't.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
One thing at a time. First fulfill your part of the deal and bring me the gold.
Yep, we shall do that. Okay, let's see our friend here. This guy, if you're going for money, this guy is the best guy to become an apprentice. There's a blood fly over there. Now, I love that there's a lot of items hidden in some very unobvious places. The game might be a bit dark. Does these options work with the video setting, visual settings? No, video settings. Let's try brightness. No. Does not affect it in any way or shape or form. That's his wife.
Welcome to my shop, stranger. I am Basper. I craft bows and trade in furs. What brings you to Corinus?
Show me your wares.
Now, if you really want tons of stuff, good equipment and things, ring of dexterity really good. Weapon protection, arrow protection, this is also very good. Together with leather armor +5. So keep in mind his wares. Check it from time to time. He has like a really good stock. Very good hunting gear. Also very expensive for the beginning, but you can go for a good stock of arrows and bolts here all the time. And unlike the first game, here they replenish all the time, so that you don't have to wait for the chapter to finish, I think. Anyway.
I need to get into the upper quarter.
Where the paladins are? Forget it. You need to be a respected citizen here, or at least hold a decent job. As a stranger, you stand no chance of getting in.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. The last one just gave up his job 2 days ago. Do you know anything about hunting then?
Well,
I could teach you how to skin animals. I'll pay you well for every skin you bring me.
We do want to learn that.
why did your apprentice give up his job?
All he said was that it had become too dangerous out there. If you're really interested, then you can ask him yourself. His name is Bartok. He's probably hanging out near Corrigan's Tavern. Go through the underpass from the smithy, then you're headed straight for it.
What if I want to sign on with one of the other masters?
Balderdash. Jared and Matteo already have apprentices. Constantino the alchemist is a loner, and he hasn't taken an apprentice in years. And as for Thorben, everyone knows he's dead broke. He probably couldn't even pay it. I, on the other hand, am in urgent need of an apprentice, and I pay well too.
That's
but
true.
no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval of all other masters from the lower part of town.
Yep.
Will I get your approval to sign up with a different master?
All right, you shall have my approval, but on one condition. Work for me, at least for a short time. That way, you can find out for yourself whether you like my craft or not.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe you'll end up liking it, and you'll stay with me. If you're good enough to sign on with me, you're also good enough for all others here.
What do you want me to do for you?
I will teach you how to skin an animal, and you will bring me, let's say, half a dozen wolf skins. Then I'll know that you have learned your trade. If it doesn't take you forever, and if the skins are in acceptable condition, I will take you on if you like. Or, you can start with one of the other masters, if that's what you really want.
Epic, epic voice acting. Okay, let's learn how to skin animals.
Teach me how to skin animals.
Right. Listen, it's quite easy, really. You take a sharp blade and cut open the animal's belly. Then make a few small incisions on the inside of the legs, and you can peel off the skin. Bring me the wolf skins and we shall see.
Very graphical. So for this we'll have to we can do it on our own, but I think we'll use the help.
Will it ever change?
And it will be easier for us. Let's talk to Regis.
Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
Aha.
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow. And Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
Has anything exciting happened?
Oh well, all's quiet. I suppose that when the orcs come, you can't fail to notice.
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, you're gonna have to answer to him. I was once in a brawl with a citizen. He went crying to Lord Andre and ratted me out. That little matter cost me 50 gold pieces. I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it. The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
Yep. So basically, if you have no witnesses when you're doing something, you don't have to pay the fine, or you'll pay a very small fine.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino. He often hangs out in the tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way. That's all just gossip.
Interesting. Now this guy can also take us as an apprentice, but he's kind of broke.
Hey, fresh face. You're not from Corinus, are you? This is not a good time for travelers. Bandits everywhere, no work, and now the farmers have risen up too. What winds have blown you here?
What do you know about the paladins?
Not much. They arrived by ship 2 weeks ago from the mainland. Since then, they've withdrawn to the upper end of town. Nobody here really knows exactly why they have come. Many are afraid of an attack by the orcs. I suppose, however, that they are here to quell the farmers' rebellion.
Do you know anything about the peasants' rebellion?
Rumor has it that Onar, the landowner, has hired mercenaries to keep the king's troops from breathing down his neck. He was probably tired of having to throw his harvest along with his livestock at paladins and militia. All we notice of this in town is that the food prices keep rising.
Inflation.
Onar's farm lies far to the east of here. We wouldn't know if there's any fighting going on there. And if you want to know more, ask the merchants in the marketplace. They get around the island more than I do.
Let's talk about Grita.
I've come about Grita.
My niece? What's your business with her? This isn't about money, is it?
She owes 100 gold pieces to the merchant Matteo.
Tell me this isn't true. Ever since that little piece of work moved in with me, I've had nothing but trouble. She's in debt with practically every single merchant in town. I had to borrow 200 gold pieces from Lamar, the moneylender, just to settle her debts. And now this. Grita should be in the house. Go ahead, ask her. But I tell you this, she doesn't have a single gold piece.
We shall see.
We shall see.
I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about carpentry?
The only thing I can make out of wood is a fire.
And what about locks?
Well...
I'm sorry, but I can't use you if you know nothing about my trade. And I have no money to pay for an apprentice.
What if I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the other masters here?
All right, I shall give you my approval. But you had better get yourself the blessing of the gods first. Say, are you a man of faith?
Yes, a most humble servant, Master Thorben.
Then go to Vatras, the priest of Adanos, and have him give you his blessing. He will tell you where you can find a priest of Innos. You should get his blessing too. Once you have received the blessing of the gods, I shall vote for you.
Yeah. Well, I'll get it. It's easy to get those blessings.
So, you know a lot about locks.
What good is a fine chest without a fine lock? I make my own locks. That way, I can at least be sure I haven't built my chest that sturdy for nothing.
Yep.
A poorly made lock is easy to break. And there are plenty of thieves about in Corinus, especially lately.
A mystery.
Have you had an apprentice before?
Yes, and not too long ago.
And what happened?
His name is Elvrich. He's my nephew. I was quite pleased with him, actually, but one day he simply didn't show up for work.
Have you reported that to the militia?
Of course I have. They were supposed to catch him and see to it that the lazy bones does his work, but I already regret that. He can do whatever he wants. Sooner or later he'll realize he'll get nowhere in Corinus without a decent job.
Is that so? How long has it been since you saw him?
I guess it must be about 2 weeks.
Where is Elvrich now?
How would I know? He kept hanging around that filthy brothel by the harbor. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still warming the bed of some whore down there.
Oh, this is why. I see. Yeah, so when I selected this game on Twitch, they said like this is inappropriate for all ages, and now I remember that there is a brothel in the game, but it's just so low poly. I don't know why you would think whatever.
Can you sell me some lockpicks?
Well, all right, but they won't be of any use to you as long as you don't know how they work.
Yeah, that's true. They're kind of expensive, but we'll need them. Get the apple. I'm gonna buy them anyway.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
I don't know whether you can be trusted or not. For all I know, you might be one of those layabouts who only come to town to empty the chests of honest people.
Oh, no,
I'm
no.
not gonna teach you anything before I'm convinced that you're an honest fellow.
Yeah. Okay. This guard will interact with us, I think. Won't he?
What's new?
More and more riffraff have been pouring into town lately. Thefts are on the rise, and Lord Andre suspects that it's the work of a gang. Not long ago, we turned the entire harbor district upside down, but we still haven't found a thing.
What is there to know about this town?
The Paladins now have control over the whole city. The entire militia reports to them. Lord Andre is the commander of the militia, and at the same time he acts as the judge. If you should ever run foul of the law, you'll have to justify yourself to him. But he's pretty lenient by all accounts. He usually lets people get away with a fine.
Tell me about these paladins.
Since the Paladins have arrived in Corinus, they've retreated to the upper end of town. They're not letting anyone in there anymore, except for the citizens of the town and the militia, of course. There are some paladins who guard the ship down at the harbor, but those are far from talkative.
What do I have to do to join the militia?
Go to Lord Andre and talk to him. Since the paladins have come to town, he's had the command over the entire militia. You can find him in the barracks. He's practically always there.
Doesn't surprise me. What can you tell me about this area?
You're now in the lower part of town. Where do you want to go?
Is it really true?
Well,
It can't go on like this.
there's plenty of places to go. Now, if we're gonna go here, well, what happened?
Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right?
Oh, this is a different card. Sorry. Yeah.
Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days ago. It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
That's really not my problem.
Really didn't deserve that.
No, you've got to be mistaken. Everything's fine with me.
Whatever you say, stranger. But if that happens to be your mug after all, and if you have some problems, keep them outside of this town. Things are difficult enough here as it is, and strangers who bring trouble into the city don't stay here long. I hope I make myself clear.
Yes. Yes, you make
Wait a
yourself
minute.
clear.
It's a bad business.
How's the situation?
At the moment, it's quiet. Only the bandits outside the city are causing us problems.
That's all just gossip.
What do you know about the bandits?
They've all come from that blasted mining colony. But there are several splinter groups. Some are holed up in the mountains, and others have joined up with Ona, the landowner. But it's the bandits outside of town who cause the most problems. They're the reason that none of the merchants venture beyond the city gates now.
Just like you said.
That was obvious all along.
Where did the bandits who had my wanted poster come from?
Aha! So it is your mug after all. Why didn't you admit that right away, huh? What do you want it for?
I don't know, honest.
Yeah, I know. Let me tell you something. If I thought you were in cahoots with those bandits, you'd already be cooling your heels in the slammer. Understood? Still, I'd better report this incident to Lord Andre. But to answer your question, we picked them up near the landowner's place. But they didn't look like Onar's people. I think they're part of a smaller group which is holed up in the mountains near Onar's farm. But if you intend to go there, let me warn you. Those cutthroats make short work of everyone.
I'll remember that.
That's an important piece of information I'll have to keep in mind. It will come in handy. Now, we can talk to these guys, but we'll talk afterwards. What I want to do is go get those, get the blessing. Just a second. Okay. Citizen. Valentino.
So that he might restore it to the human.
Why did you fight Valentino?
Well, what have we here?
Have you no manners? That's disgusting.
And Enos,
oh, is this
in his
filthy
wisdom,
rabble? Haven't you a
so.
job where you ought to be? But I suppose no one would miss a down-at-heel fellow like you, hey? Well, if you had as much gold as I do, you wouldn't have to
But
work
the light
either.
was a torment
But you'll
for
never be
Beliar.
that rich.
I see I'm
that
gonna have
Enos
lots of fun with
created
you.
Was destroyed by Beliar.
Do you have anything else to tell me?
Make
Athenos
yourself
saw that
popular,
this
never
way
promise anything to
nothing
anyone,
could
take what you
exist at
can,
all.
and watch out
No
that you don't
light
get into a
and
quarrel with the
no
militia.
darkness.
Or with jealous husbands, of course. They're the worst, let me tell you.
And so he set himself between his brothers in order to reconcile their
Let's fight with
dispute.
him later.
And he did not succeed.
Let's get the blessing from Vatras.
But there, where
We also have to
Athenos
give him
stood,
that message.
was Athenos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Athenos, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me? Yes, but it's been opened. I hope it didn't fall into the wrong hands. Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
He told me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
Cavalorn sent me to you.
And what did he tell you?
He said you're in dire need of more good people.
Aha. So, you want to join us, son?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would
Oh my god, I did. Let's see if he says something about the stone tablet.
Stone tablet. Can you tell me more about it?
Those are artifacts from the old culture, which we have been investigating for some time. There are several kinds of them. Some contain information about the history of the ancient people, and that is the kind I am interested in. Bring me all of those that you can find. I shall give you an appropriate reward.
So there are certain tablets that you cannot use, and you can give it to him, and certain tablets that you can use, and they give you bonuses to your strength and so on. For now, and you will know because it tells you, but you'll also need to invest points to learn the language in order to be able to read the tablets. So we'll keep on to them right now. We'll want to join the Ring of Water.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
No, I heard rumors somewhere.
Aha! And that is why you have made this journey. Who are you really?
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Corinus.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner
That was in German.
who heard rumors that dragons have come to conquer the country, and you have come to report this to the Paladins. I think there's something you're not telling me. If you're worried I might pass on what you tell me, then let me reassure you. I have sworn to keep all secrets I am entrusted with to myself.
Fine.
And what about all the people here?
They only understand half of what I preach to them. So don't fret. Let's start over at the beginning. What's that message?
So we have to tell him Zartas told us.
A large army is gathering as we talk.
If that is indeed true, the balance of the earth will be disturbed. Who told you this?
Zardas, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The necromancer. So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
I'm a former convict from the penal colony.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country, and you have come to report this to the Paladins.
Yes.
That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
Okay.
What must I do in order to join the ring?
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the ring. I do not let just anyone join who comes to us and asks. If you want to join the ring, you will have to prove that you act like one of us.
Okay.
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks, he must have done a great deed for the ring. Only then can I begin to consider letting you help preserve the balance of forces on this island.
So what would be an appropriate deed that might convince you?
Corinus is facing a great enigma these days. The number of people missing from the town seems to increase almost daily. If you can explain to me what happened to them, you shall have your place within the Ring of Water. However,
yes?
You should take your message to the Paladins first. I consider it a matter of utmost importance. Talk to Lord Hagen.
So yeah, we'll have to do in a certain weigh this mission because this is part of the DLC, the Night of the Raven. So you have to advance in a certain chapter, but that's not a problem. Everything will come natural.
But Lord Hagen is not going to receive me.
Yes, he will, no doubt about it, provided you become a member of a powerful community first. The ring has far-reaching connections. We shall assist you in conveying your message as soon as possible. You should talk about this to Laris, whom I trust. He will help you.
What community should I join?
There are only 3 communities that have enough influence. These are the City Militia, the Monastery of the Fire Magicians, and the troop of mercenaries on the landowner's farm. The choice is yours, son. Laris can certainly assist you with this difficult decision. Talk to him about it.
He's in the harbor.
I shall do that.
We want the blessing.
I'm asking your blessing.
Why should I give you my blessing, stranger?
I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the masters in the lower part of town.
Go with the blessing of Adanos, my son.
Thank you.
Where can I find a priest of Innos?
The best thing would be to look around the marketplace. You will find an emissary of the monastery there.
We can make some donations, but later on. We don't have enough cash right now. I mean, we have to use the cash better. He can teach us about magic. He can heal you for free, but we're not hurt.
Tell me about the gods.
What exactly would you like to know?
Let's see about the gods.
Tell me about Innos.
Very well. Innos is the first and highest god. He created the sun and the world. He commands light and fire, his gifts to humanity. He is law and justice. His priests are the magicians of fire. The paladins are his warriors.
Let's see the Beliar.
Tell me about Beliar.
Beliar is the dark god of death, destruction, and all things unnatural. He is in eternal battle with Innos, but Adanos guards the balance between the two. Only a few humans follow the call of Beliar. However, he grants great strength to those who do.
Tell me about Adanos.
Adanos is the god of the center. He is the scales of justice and guardian of the balance between Innos and Beliar. He commands the power of change. His gift is the water in all the oceans, rivers, and lakes. His priests are the water mages, just as I am a servant and priest of Adanos.
Interesting.
Can you teach me something about magic?
Only the chosen of Innos and the chosen of Adanos are permitted to work rune magic. But common mortals can also work magic with the help of spell scrolls. I can show you how you can channel and expand your magic powers.
I want to increase.
Let's see what he. Oh, only mana? Okay, I thought he would teach anything else.
Can you heal me?
You do not require heal.
Okay.
Wait, if you see Laris, give him this ornament and tell him that it needs to be returned. He'll know what to do with it.
Okay. This is one of the inns. And there are some mysteries here. We'll have to do some investigative work, or how do you say that? I don't remember the word. Anyway, I'm gonna investigate.
Can I get a drink here?
If you have gold, you can even eat here if you like.
Show me your wares.
Apples. Apples! Give them here.
And how's business going?
Ah, don't remind me. Lord Andre is serving free beer at the Gallows Square. Hardly anybody comes here now, except for the rich people from the upper quarter.
What's wrong with them?
Some of those swells could really get on your nerves. Take that Valentino, for instance. I can't stand the sight of him. But I can't pick my customers. I need every coin I can make. What little I had managed to save has been stolen, along with all my silver.
Oh?
You've been robbed?
Yep, some time ago. It was still rather crowded that night, and I was doing the rounds serving beer. I wasn't gone long from behind the counter, but it was long enough for those bastards. I went to see the militia about it, but they couldn't find a thing, of course. Yeah. They prefer to get plastered on free beer.
Militia.
Tell me about the missing townspeople.
I heard that a lot of them went missing down by the harbor. Small wonder with all that's going on down there. Even Thorben, the carpenter in the lower part of town, has lost his apprentice. Hakon, one of the merchants in the marketplace, had an especially strange tale to tell. He said that there was this fella he used to bump into every day, and then suddenly he vanished off the face of the earth. He even went to see the militia about it. Townspeople all pretty much panicked after that. I don't know what to make of it. I think it's all nonsense. Corinthus is a rough city, and many dangers lurk outside her gates.
Yep.
Those who don't stay within the city walls will be attacked by bandits or eaten by wild animals.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's that simple.
What is it with this Valentino?
He's filthy rich and has no need to work. And he brags about it to everybody, whether you want to hear it or not. He drinks a lot and always stays until the end, and then early in the morning he totters back to the upper quarter. It's the same every day.
What do I have to do to get into the upper quarter?
Well, you need to be a citizen of the town. Go find some work, preferably with a craftsman in the lower part of town. That'd make you a citizen. Well, and if that's still not enough, go talk to Lord Andre at the barracks. Maybe he'll let you join the city guard. They can go into the upper quarter too.
Yeah, so you can bypass the citizenship in a certain way, but we shall see. Also, oh no, you can't steal those. Okay, Pablo is over here. We want to talk to this guy, but before I go and talk to this guy, let's get the blessing of the... Oh, this is the guy at the entrance that was giving us that thing, that paper.
Hey you, I have a proposition for you.
No, thank you.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. Sarah snatched it away from me, but she has had that spot long enough. I want her to give up the stall.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison, you pocket the bounty, and I get the stall. You have 2 days to accomplish this.
What's in it for me?
When I have the stall, you will get a weapon from me, and a damned good one.
Well, actually, that's not a bad plan. Because he comes in use later on. And I think we need him. So we can betray him and put him in prison, but I think I kind of want to take advantage of this situation.
What will happen if I refuse to do that?
That would be truly stupid of you. Because you see, I know that you're an escaped convict. If that gets around, it could do considerable harm to your situation in the city.
So this guy can have kind of has us blackmailed here, but we'll see. He's also profitable. So now we have time periods on certain missions, so that's good. Time limits.
All right, looks like I've got no choice.
You're a clever lad. Here is the letter.
How am I supposed to foist the letter on her?
Let her show you her wares, and while she does, you hide the letter on her. And bear in mind, I am an influential man in the city, so don't try to play me for a fool.
Mm-hmm.
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
Oh, he still has the same things.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
But we're gonna get a nice weapon, so... This guy will talk to him a bit. Or maybe this guy was the one I was supposed to talk. Anyway. Well, there are plenty of ways. We can play it nice. And there's so many ways. But I think I kind of want to play with this guy's side, because we will reap some benefits that will help us on the long way. We shall see. Oh, where's the... Oh, there he is. He's there. I want to talk to that guy. But first, let's do this mission.
How's business?
When the Paladins came, I first thought that it was a good business opportunity. But they let Herod make their weapons, and neither Hakon nor I make even one gold piece off them. Moreover, the farmers no longer supply us with food, and all the prices have gone up. It's only a small consolation that the Paladins are paying my hotel bill.
Oh.
What's the problem with the farmers?
They refuse to deliver their goods. Now that the ships no longer come in, the city depends entirely on the supplies provided by the farmers, of course. And Onar, the largest farmer, has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. Otherwise, they'd simply snatch the goods for themselves. But the mercenaries don't just guard Onar's farm. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes now.
Mm-hmm.
Where will I find Akil's farm?
If you go out of the east gate here and follow the road to the right, you'll come to a stairway. It leads up to Akil's farm, but I wouldn't go there now. The mercenaries are certainly still there.
That will take a bit of time. So let's see her wares. Yeah, she has some interesting things. So what's this? A ring of life. Okay, let's put the letter on her. Maybe we should have... Well, let's read it first. See what this is about. So it says, last warning, I have already reminded you several times in the friendliest terms that I urgently require the weapons I ordered from you a week ago. If I don't hear from you very soon, Sarah, I will be forced to change my attitude to you. I hope we understand each other. Onar. So many exclamation points. So she will be treated as a traitor if we do this. But
show me your wares.
I think it will be more beneficial for us. Oh, life energy. So we shouldn't give this one because this will increase our life energy, but we cannot use it right now. So we put this inside. And now we go talk to this guy. Of course, if you don't know the game in advance, you might do all sorts of wrong moves here. But play it as you feel. I know what's gonna happen, so this is why I'm trying to move towards this side. So don't play it like me, but just play with the flow. Play with how you feel things should go. There is no right or wrong way to play this. But if you want certain things in the game, after your first playthrough, play it again and choose differently. So I'm playing differently now because I know I want those certain things. And we'll see in time what those things are. I'm not trying to spoil things right out of the box.
Don't you have a job to do? First, foist the letter onto Sarah, and then go to
Oh,
undo
okay,
that,
okay.
and
Have to tell Lord Andre about the crime. Lord Andre is right here, to the right.
Martial law is immediately declared in all cities and regions of the realm.
There he is.
Enos be with you, stranger. What brings you to me?
There's a lot to talk about here, but we'll just do this thing.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal.
So you can either tell on this guy or on her. And I'm gonna tell on her.
Sarah is selling weapons to Onar.
Sarah? The weapons merchant in the marketplace? Do you have proof of that?
She has a letter in her pocket which details the delivery of arms to him.
How do you know that?
Get away with that. I shall have her arrested.
How do you know she has a letter? Huh? And you can actually see her in...
My man told that the bandits are circulating wanted posters with your face on them.
Oh.
He also says you denied that at first. So what is it all about?
I don't know why those guys are looking for me.
I hope for your sake that you're telling the truth. I cannot use anyone in the militia who doesn't have a clean record.
Yeah.
Most of the bandits are former prisoners from the mining colony. I should hope that you didn't get involved in any way with those cutthroats.
Oh, what did you do there? He climbed over the lamp. The thing is, the prisoners are held up in here. So later on we will see her inside. Oh, she's already here.
You dare show your face here. I cannot prove it, but I bet that you played a part in this dirty game. It's your fault that
No.
I'm here. Yours and that of this damned Canthar. May Enos punish you.
No. Well, she doesn't know that. But you know, you can have like these nice interactions with them. That's cool. Okay, so that has been solved. Let's finish that quest and go to sleep for a bit. And in the morning we're gonna go hunting with that guy. Actually, I'm gonna go collect the money. We shall see. Where are you, my friend? Hey,
Wait a minute.
well done. Sarah is where she belongs.
Oh no.
I have taken over her goods, so if you need a weapon, come to me.
You were going to give me a weapon.
Correct. Here, this weapon is a masterpiece of the blacksmith's art.
Let's see your
Show
wares.
you. Take your pick.
Did they change? Yeah, it changed a bit. Okay. Okay.
I've gotta go.
See.
Suit yourself.
Suit yourself, huh? What was that weapon he gave me? So a sheep axe, but we cannot wear it. We need a lot of strength, and 60 is a far, far away dream. Let's sleep, and I'll talk to the Enos guy. So let's introduce ourselves to the hotel.
Ah, customer, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for a room.
Ah, you're in the right place then.
One of the paladins told me that I could spend the night here for free.
Yes, yes. Just go up the stairs. We still have 1 or 2 beds free.
Why do the paladins pay for everything?
I don't know what that's all about either. For one thing, I think they want to get all the poor suckers off the streets so they don't make any mischief. And for another, they want to get on the good side of the traveling traders. Now that the farmers are rebelling, we have to rely on the traders for provisions. Besides, I think they want to improve the morale in the city a bit. Lord Andre has even arranged for free beer to be given out at the Gala Square.
That's really nice.
Who's staying here at the moment?
Almost all of them are traveling traders from the market.
Aha.
Don't even think about messing with their stuff. I don't want any trouble here.
Oh, okay.
I have a few questions about the city. Tell me about the town.
Corinus is one of the wealthiest cities within the kingdom. even if it doesn't look like it at the moment. But since the Orc War started, trade has almost come to a complete standstill. The king has requisitioned the entire merchant fleet for military service, which means that hardly any ships come into the harbor now. So, the supply of goods is very scarce now, and many citizens of the town are very worried. Nobody really knows what the future will bring. There's basically nothing we can do but wait and see what happens. It's not like we can change anything.
Where can I buy something around here?
The market is directly in front of the door. You should be able to find everything there. There are a few more shops and craftsmen on the other side of town. Most of them are near the other city gate. Also, there's a fishmonger in the harbor district. His shop is right at the harbor. He's easy to find.
That fishmonger will come in handy later on. Okay, so really nice paintings here. Let's go to sleep. No, I feel the days are a lot shorter in this game than in the first one. Okay, let's go get the blessing of Enos. We'll have to talk to you soon.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
What can I do for you? Are you seeking spiritual comfort?
Yeah.
Do you want to direct a prayer to our Lord Enos, or donate some gold for his church?
I don't have enough gold for you, mate.
I've come to get your blessing.
That's good. That's good. Then you will probably want to donate gold to the Holy Church of Enos, won't you?
Actually, I wanted your blessing so I can sign on as an apprentice in the lower part of town.
But my son, without a modest donation to the church, it is impossible for me to bless you. How else can I be certain of your good intentions toward the Holy Church of Enos?
Bastard.
Where do you come from?
I come from the monastery of the magicians, which lies in the mountains. We accept everyone there who is pure of heart and feels the desire to serve our almighty Lord Enos.
Also keep in mind that when you're attacking people here, I think you kill them. You don't knock them out. So it works a bit different.
What are you doing in town?
I have discussions with the paladins and support the citizens with my advice and with helpful words. Particularly in these difficult times, it is our duty to be there for the people and to help the poor.
Tell me more about the monastery.
We instruct our students in all forms of magic, but the arts of the magicians of fire consist of more than these alone. We are also well versed in the art of alchemy and in the creation of powerful runes.
Yeah.
We also make excellent wine.
Indeed, indeed.
Tell me about Enos.
Enos, our almighty lord, is the light and the fire. He chooses humans to be his tool, giving them magic and laws. We act in his name. We administer justice according to his will and preach his word.
That's an open secret.
I need to talk to the paladins. Can you help me get to them?
Well, you need access to the upper end of town. However, this is allowed only to citizens and the city guard. And of course, to us, magicians of fire.
How can I become a fire magician?
You must join our order as a novice. When you have served for a time, perhaps you will be accepted into the ranks of the magicians. However, the path to acceptance is long and full of work and study.
Yeah, it's difficult to join them. Not difficult, but it's quite a chore. It's also fun.
So, how much does a donation usually run to here?
Well, that depends on what percentage you want to give, son. Let me see how much you brought.
Oi, oi.
You have more than 100 gold pieces. The Lord says, give if you have. The church accepts your generous donation.
Yeah, bastard.
I bless you in the name
I give
of
him 50.
Enos, for he is light and righteousness.
I don't know why I gave him 50. Okay, at least we got the donation. Yeah, so there are plenty of things. This one is the best merchant. He's also kind of expensive, but Jora is also good for weapons and stuff. Actually, I think I want to talk to you and see what we can buy. I'm not gonna buy it right now.
I'm Zurus, master of potions. Do you need an essence of healing or a magic elixir? Then you've come to the right place.
But he gives us some information.
Do you brew your own potions?
No, I either get them from the monastery or I buy them from Constantino, the alchemist. If you're interested in brewing potions, then talk to him. He needs an assistant. But he's too pig-headed to hire someone himself. He's just as stubborn as a mule. He always passes me when he goes out on the east gate to collect plants for his potions.
Oh. This we need to
Where
ask.
exactly does Constantino gather his herbs?
He always goes through the eastern city gate here and then disappears into the wilderness to the left. He once told me that just about everything grows there, except for King Sorrel.
Has Constantino ever told you where to find King Sorrel?
I once heard him say that the stuff grows near stone circles, near Lobart's farm. That's a farm near the other gate. There's one of those stone circles. I think it's on a hill. It used to be a grave or something.
Where can I find Constantino?
His chambers are in a tunnel near Herod's smithy. Shouldn't be hard to find.
Show me your wares.
So we'll definitely want to buy this Fire Rain. Destroy Undead is a really good spell. What else does he have? There are quite a few spells here. Shrink Monster is also really nice to have. Summon Demon, a really powerful spell. You can use this to do some hacky things here later on. We shall see. It's a really good spell. Queen Fist, nah. This one is also interesting, the Storm. Great Skeleton, not so much. Summon Wolf. Awakened Golem, it's a good spell. The Divine Power of the Stars. You don't wanna buy this. Red tea paper, apple tobacco. I don't remember if we needed this for something, but I think we do at one point. We shall see. But I know that you have to buy it from him. And I think there is another place you can buy it. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. What is this? This one gives us Enlightenment, hit point bonus, and mana bonus. And this one gives us magic protection. Nice. Really good stuff. We'll talk to you after. I want to tell him that I got my blessings. Oh, you can also get the beer for free. We might use this beer in certain situations. I shall see. I'll come to speak to these guys later. Let's just do it slowly, step by step, because I don't want to overcrowd ourselves with too many missions and so on. So, little steps, even if we do a few more extra journeys. Let's tell him we got the blessings.
Hey.
How about your approval, Master?
Has Vatras given you his blessing?
Yes.
Yes.
And did you also get the blessing of a priest of Innos?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Then you shall have my blessing as well. No matter what path you decide to take pride in doing a good job, my boy.
My boy.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
I don't know whether you can be trusted or not. For all I know, I'm not gonna teach you anything before I'm convinced that you're an honest fellow.
And how am I? Ah, I know. I know. Let's see. Did he replenish?
Well, all right.
Yeah, he did replenish. For now we have enough lockpicks. Let's go talk to his niece, which is in the house. You can also pick stuff like this saw, for example, and this hammer. This stuff. We can also cook here. I'm sorry for the lighting, but I'm gonna try to cook very fast. I don't know how much meat I have on me, but I'm gonna cook it all. Actually, how much meat do I have on me? Okay, 4 more, I suppose.
What with?
What with? Let's read this book stand. I got 25. So hunt and prey. Fire lizard. This beast is a lizard, but it can spit fire. That will kill anyone venturing within a few paces of it. Only those who have protection from fire can fight these beasts and take their valued tongues. The Shadow Beast. The Shadow Beast is an ancient loner and lives hidden in the woods. There are very few of these creatures left, therefore they are no danger to humans unless they venture into their hunting grounds. The horn of a Shadow Beast's head is regarded as a valuable hunting trophy. A hunter must learn how to remove it properly in order to claim this prize. Interesting. Okay. Let's save here and let's see how we can get the cash out of her.
What do you want, stranger? If you've come to beg, I must disappoint you. I am a poor widow.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
My name is Greta. Ever since my husband died, I have been running the household for my uncle Thorabin.
How's it going?
Same as always, but I don't want to complain.
Yeah, really?
Mateo sent me. You still owe him some gold.
He wants his money? What for? The goods he delivered were flawed, bad fabric, and bad seams. And did you look at the colors? Those are not the colors I ordered. That's fraud, that is. Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
Let's see.
Such a good man he was. Handsome, hardworking, a gentleman of the old school. We had it all. Wealth, happiness. Sometimes we were even invited to high society events. The festivities, all the beautiful clothes and hairdos, the fine dining and civilized conversations. Everything was better back then. No one would have dared to humiliate the heart of a poor widow with such ridiculous claims. Whatever shall I do? My pension is barely enough to make ends meet, and times are getting even rougher. One sees it everywhere. People must scrimp and save. It's been weeks since the last ship came to town. My husband was the captain of a merchant ship. Actually, he even owned the ship. From his long journeys, he always brought me presents. Exquisite fabrics from the mainland, precious spices from the southern countries. Most people haven't even heard of these things. But then, one day, I got the tidings that the Greta had sunk. That was the name of the ship. My husband called it that out of love for me. I wept and prayed that my husband had survived the disaster. Every day I hoped to hear from him, but all my longing was in vain. May Innes have mercy on his soul. May he rest in peace. Since that time, I had been living under these modest circumstances, and now this soulless, callous Mateo is after the last bit of my life savings. Please have mercy on a poor woman. Back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
That's kind of BS.
Cut it out. Where's the gold?
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
No, you're not. I'm not gonna pay for you.
Then we'll simply sell a few of your togs. I'm sure you've still got a bunch of stuff in your closet.
How dare you, uncouth lout. All right, here, take the gold.
See, that wasn't so hard.
And now will you please leave my house?
You can also beat her, but that will get this guy Thorban a little bit angry with you.
Hey, you! Your niece had 100 gold pieces.
What? The brazen little serpent. That was my gold. She took it from my chest. Give it back to me. I have to pay off Lamar first. Mateo can get his money later.
Here's your gold.
Here's your gold.
Thanks. Now I have at least part of the money I owe Lamar. I can't believe she had the audacity to take my gold.
Can you teach me how to pick?
You have brought me the 100 gold pieces. That is very decent of you. I am almost embarrassed, but I must ask even more of you. If I cannot pay back my debt to Lamar soon, he's going to send his thugs after me. Give me another 100 gold pieces, and I shall instruct you.
Fine.
Fine. Here are 100 gold pieces.
In that case, we can start whenever you're ready.
We'll make much more than 100, so it's a good investment.
Teach me how to pick a lock.
Oh, I don't have enough? Oh. How much do I need? Sorry. And how much do I we need 800 almost. Okay, so let's go with the hunting first. Maybe we'll make some cash that way. And eventually I'm going to pay back that guy at the entrance. Hey, you. Yes, you.
Hey, you! How's it going?
You're not from around here, are you? Never mind. Neither am I.
Where did you hang around before?
In the woods, hunting scavengers and wolves, together with some hunters. But I gave it up. These are dangerous times. There's a lot of riffraff running around out there.
Where can I find the other hunters?
We had our camp outside near the tavern halfway to Onar's farm, but I don't know whether there's anyone left in the camp now. There used to be 2 of us here in town until a few days ago. My friend Trokar is an excellent hunter.
What happened to him?
So, where is your friend Trokar now?
Well, it's a curious story. Only a few days ago, we were both standing at the bar in Corrigan's tavern, discussing the hunt. Don't ask me what happened next. I had had a few by then. I vaguely remember Trokar saying that he was going out to get a few swampweed reefers. He never came back.
Well, I'm so happy about that.
Where does one get swampweed reefers?
Somewhere down at the harbor as far as I know.
Good information.
Didn't you go looking for him?
No, but I reported it to the militia. But they haven't been able to find him yet. I hope he didn't get attacked by a wolf, or worse. I'm afraid that I'll stumble over his body someday when I'm out hunting. I don't think I could bear that.
What the hell is wrong with you? You're a bit nuts.
Can you teach me something about hunting?
I can teach you how to sneak properly and how to handle a bow.
We definitely want to do that.
I want to be able to handle...
Okay then, let's see if I can teach you any.
No, I want to sneak. How do I... okay, let's see this one.
Vosper said you used to work for him.
Yes, I did, but he was only interested in his blasted hides. I told him how dangerous it's gotten out there. He didn't really listen to me. Well, anyway, he paid well. Can't complain about that.
Can you tell me anything else about him?
Bosper had one of his bows stolen recently in broad daylight. Some guy just waltzed into his store, took a bow, and left. The thieves are getting more and more brazen.
Why don't we go hunting together?
With two, it isn't so dangerous, that's true. Do you know anything about hunting then? I mean, do you know how to skin an animal?
Yes.
All right, but I want to see 50 gold pieces. For that, you can keep the skins and sell them to Bosper. That's a fair deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here they are.
You said you can teach me how to sneak, but you're not teaching me.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus.
By
the explicit order of the Honorable
Hey,
Lord
you.
Hagen, the following decree is
Let's go
hereby
hunting.
enacted.
All right, follow
From this
me.
moment onward,
Outside the
Lord
south gate is a
Andre
wood
will take
where
the
we should
supreme
find
command
more
of
than
our
enough
militia.
critters. Probably
All
more
the
than
citizens
we
of
like.
this city who have martial skills
Fine.
at their disposal are
He's gonna do most of the work for us, but we should also be careful. The important thing is that we get some
But the human and the beast
some LPs, learning points I mean, and some cash, and then we can go and do other stuff.
Really didn't deserve that.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I knew that would be a problem.
And we also need to learn about lockpicking, which will come in handy. Okay, you can go and attack those guys. Oh, he's really good. We're getting the experience, so that's nice. And he's only going to attack the wolves, which we need the hides for. Oh, these are wolves! Okay, that didn't work as I expected. Ha! He died. Damn it. I wasn't expecting that. I thought they were young wolves. Okay, so we can't do that yet. Did I talk to you?
Hey.
I don't have 10. Well, okay, let's try to end this one. Give him the money. I think we have enough cash. Do we? Yeah, 390 we have.
Here's your 100 gold pieces.
And? Did she cause any problems?
None to speak of.
Good. You've held up your part of the deal.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
Don't worry. I'll keep my part of the bargain. The other masters will only hear the best about you from me.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We need to learn athletics. I don't remember who teaches that to us. What else should we do here? Well, there's plenty of stuff. Can't jump here. Can't jump here. If we could jump into that yard. But again, we need to learn lockpicking and stuff, so it's too early. Yeah, we'll still have a lot of exploration to do. I didn't think those wolves are so strong. At least I didn't remember. Going down here, it's a whole new experience, though we have quite a few things. We also have these signs that tell us where to go if we get lost. We could actually start one more quest over here. I'm gonna start this one later. will need cash to go around. Let's see what we can start with you.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I wouldn't know how that is any of your business. Get lost!
Oh, you're not. Ah, well, this will come later, I suppose. Greg.
Hey, you! One more thing.
Listen, kid, I've got important things to do right now. We'll talk again later, got it?
Yes, Greg.
Innos be with you, stranger. If you're looking for a good selection for the traveler, then you're in the right place. But I'm warning you, if you're planning on helping yourself without paying, I'll call the city guard.
Just a moment. Do I look like a thief?
Bah! You won't be the first one to make off with my things today.
Somebody stole from you.
I can't prove it. The fellow was damn clever. Introduced himself as Ringaroo, if that really is his right name. He's been hanging around the marketplace the last few days. And every evening he gets plastered at the beer stand down the street. I bet the bastard is drinking my money. I only looked away for a moment, and my purse was gone.
Someone's got to do the work. That's what I've always said.
Show me your...
Someone's got to do the work. You don't say. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Light. Amulet of Poke Skin. Some really nice stuff here, but expensive. It doesn't have apples though. I don't know. Should we start it like this? I don't remember exactly how this quest started.
I could get your gold back for you.
Oh? And why would you do that?
Well, that depends. Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
You've got the wrong man. I'm from out of town like most of the merchants in the marketplace. If you want to get into the upper quarter, go talk to the resident merchants in the lower part of town.
I want part of the gold as a reward.
First, see if you can get my purse back. Then, we'll talk about your reward.
How much gold was in that purse?
50 gold pieces. That's quite a lot in these crappy times.
Yeah, that's true.
Why didn't you call the city guard?
The guards only respond if a thief is caught in the act. And when I noticed my purse was missing, the bastard was already gone.
I'll see what I can...
Be careful. If you just knock the bastard down, the city guard will get involved.
Oh.
Lately, things have been getting really tough here. Since the paladins came to town, the guards have been cracking down on brawlers. So think of something.
I shall.
I don't believe that. That's terrible.
I shall. Let's see what he has to say.
That's what I've always said.
Jorah says you've got his money.
Damn it! I'm out of here!
These are bad times.
But if we chase him down, he's fast, but not super fast.
Gotcha.
Hey, what do you want from me? Huh?
You stole from Jorah in broad daylight, and he even saw you do it. So I've come to tell you that you're a lousy thief, and that... And now, you tell me who you are.
I'm nothing but a poor wretch, trying to make ends meet one way or another.
Yeah.
What else can I do? I can't find a job in town.
All right, I see. Spare me your whining. I deserve a share of the loot. All right, looks like I have no choice. I'll share half with you. All right, give me half then.
Here's your half, and now let me go.
If you don't turn him into the militia, he will be helpful later on. But I think I can give that cash to this guy. Let's see.
Citizens of this city who have martial skills at their disposal are herewith urged to join the Royal Militia.
It's easy to rush through some things and think, oh, this is the best thing ever, you know? But if you take your time and leave some choices for later on, they will pay off.
About the thief. Yes, how's it going? Have you caught him? And much more importantly, do you have my gold?
He got away from me.
And what about my gold? Did he get away with it?
Who says things like that?
Here's the 50 gold pieces he stole from you.
Innos be praised. There is still justice in the city.
I want part of the gold as a reward.
If it's gold you want, then hunt down the thieves and collect the bounty from Lord Andre.
Oh, you bastard.
Now, I must get back to my customers.
And what about you?
I am Hacker, the weapons dealer. Every man should carry a weapon these days, especially when venturing outside of the city walls.
Tell me more about the area around the city.
It's gotten too dangerous out there, because of the bandits for one thing, and also on account of wild beasts. Even the animals don't seem to get enough to eat in these crappy times. They're venturing closer to the city all the time.
Do you know anything about the paladins?
Yes. Those guys are ruining my business. All you can buy in this entire town is a short sword at most. They've helped themselves to anything that's longer than a foot and a half. In return, I now get to live in the hotel free of charge.
Where do you get your weapons from?
Harad the smith has been my supplier up to now. Now all he does is make stuff for the paladins. He works for those guys day and night like a madman, without pay. He thinks it's his duty. All I can offer you now is my remaining stock.
What do you know about the disappearances of the citizens of Corinus?
I have seen many pass through the eastern city gate. Some of those who came I had never seen before in my life. And many of those who went out never came back. But what happened the other day was really quite strange. There was this fellow who came here. I think his name is Joe. He bragged that he would soon come into some serious money. He claimed that he knew how to get into one of the city towers where the militia keep their arms. I haven't seen him since, even though I used to bump into him around the same time every day. I reported this to the militia. I thought that maybe he had been caught and thrown into the dungeon, but Lord Andre had no idea what I was talking about. He didn't even know the fella.
What do you know about the bandits?
What do I know about them? They robbed me on my way to the city, and I'm not the only one. They've been up to their tricks for quite a while. The militia tried to track them down, but without any success.
These are bad times. That's terrible.
Do you know who in the militia took part in the search?
The fellow's name is Pablo. He and a few others went looking for the bandits, but they didn't find them.
Do you know where I can find Pablo?
He patrols around the city. You'll find him either at the Temple Square or in the lower part of town.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Where did they hold you up?
Near Akhil's farm. Just go out of the city gate from here. Follow the road to the right. After a while, you'll get to a few steps. The bastards came from there. I bet they have their hideout back there in the woods.
I'll deal with it.
What? You want to take on the bandits? By yourself? You're quite a good fighter, huh?
How much is the matter worth to you?
That's a dangerous business. Well, it's all right with me. I'll pay you 100 gold pieces if you defeat the bandits.
Oh, okay, we shall do that later. And the last merchant.
Welcome, stranger. My name is Baltron. Have you come to stock up on food? I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you. I don't have much in stock right now, but I'll be getting a new delivery soon.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Show me your wares.
Oh, he does not have apples. Amulet of Life.
Have you got a job for me?
No, I already have an errand boy. Try the other merchants.
Okie dokie. Okay, so this is all we have right now. We shall continue exploring. We definitely need more learning points and other jobs and ends and stuff, so we still have to explore the lower part of the port. Maybe we'll get to talk to Lord Andre next time and get some information. We still have to talk to the other masters and see what jobs they have. Now we unlocked some of the plants that we needed. There is plenty to do. Okay guys, I'm gonna save here. I'll catch you in the next episode. Stay awesome. See ya. Bye 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 bye.
Don't tell this to anyone. These are